in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Davis Mills. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Texans and the Jaguars. All that and more coming up next.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And remember, when he came out of college, he left early. So a lot of people weren't really paying attention to this young man, but he's entrusted with a leadership role early in his NFL career and didn't shy away from it. His goal, continue to prove that there should have been one more quarterback that went in the first round of the 2021 draft.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mills throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To throw, Mills. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
This is taken at the 15. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he's got room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
A handoff for Etienne. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Jaguars at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And the Jags are going to be looking at a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That really sets them back, a loss of 6.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. One more time with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 20 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
The throw over the middle taken in. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing, Mills. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd down and goal. Mills. And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end. The expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Now ETN to start the drive.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, the Jaguars.
Travis Etienne
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Mills.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On play action, Mills.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills.
Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And that's complete to Shepard. Touchdown, Houston. Sterling Shepard. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Now Lawrence.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
And the Texans will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. To try again after the sack. Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the shotgun, Lawrence under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
The Texans hand over first down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At the 20. They go play action now. Lawrence. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
From the 44, Lawrence. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One way to frustrate a quarterback, run those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
They certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mills to throw it. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Mills now looks to throw on first down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Play action. It's Lawrence.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Is caught. It's Ridley. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On play action, Lawrence.
Looking for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Back to the ground with ETN. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 126 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
ETN once more.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
On second down, a run with ETN.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Houston set to take over. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 21.
A first down throw for Mills.
Buying time to it. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Mills now.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper.
Now here's a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Janaris Robinson
able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play. to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, Mills. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. Now Mills.
That one complete. He finds Shark. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Here's Pierce.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So here is Mills and the Texans.
Down 24-14. Just over a minute 40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Now Mills.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Here's Mills. Able to connect with Shark.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Mills back to throw.
And able to complete it to Moreau. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Mills looking to throw it.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Mills again. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Throwing, Mills. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That's complete left side to Shepard. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Mills on first down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
One last shot from Mills.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. So, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home game.